You're watching 48 Fastcast.
Good Monday afternoon. I'm Margot Gray with 48 Fastcast. This is our digital version of your top headlines in a short, fast newscast. So within the last hour, we learned of a Huntsville man's arrest for aggravated child abuse. So police arrested Victavius Dennis, who you see on your screen. He was arrested after police were called to the hospital about an injured infant. So that baby is currently in critical condition. Investigators arrested the 24-year-old after determining he was alone with that infant in his home when those injuries occurred. Dennis is currently in jail without bond. Jury selection is underway for a Hartselle chiropractor accused of poisoning his own wife. Here's new video of Brian Mann entering court today. Mann was charged with attempted murder back in 2022 after Morgan County investigators claimed he poisoned his wife with lead during a divorce dispute. She was in the hospital for more than 6 weeks. After his arrest, he was released on bond on the condition that he turned himself into jail every weekend. That requirement was lifted late last year. Jury selection also underway right now in a former Franklin County daycare workers trial. Peyton Gann and several other employees were charged after the death of a 4-month-old child at the Tiny Tigers daycare in 2022. That daycare is no longer open, by the way. Franklin County prosecutors say Gann put the baby on her stomach for an extended period of time, which is illegal under Alabama law. She's also charged with false reporting. In less than 2 hours, the Decatur City Council meets in a special session to discuss adding a deputy chief to the police department. So the department's brand new chief, Tori Mack, asked for the city to create this new position for this deputy chief position. The Decatur Daily reports Mack is expected to choose former Birmingham Police Lieutenant Eric Stischer for that position. Mack told city leaders that the deputy chief would oversee department operations while he's out in the community working on rebuilding trust. Today's city council meeting is scheduled to begin at 4:45. A Sardis middle school teacher who was arrested in Boaz on rape and sodomy charges has resigned. William Brock was arrested during a traffic stop last week. Investigators say he assaulted a 14-year-old girl. Officials say additional charges could come. He remains in the Marshall County Jail on a $500,000 bond. A Central Alabama sheriff is on the other side of the law this afternoon. Walker County Sheriff Nick Smith was indicted for knowingly employing a deputy jailer and school resource officers who were not properly certified. The chief deputy was also indicted here. Smith's indictment comes after more than a dozen jail employees were indicted in a separate investigation this year for an inmate's in-custody death.
A front's coming in. It's finally going to clear the air for several days. Rain chances dropping, and in fact, I dropped them to 20% now for Thursday as well. But once the chance ends, it really comes back for Father's Day weekend. Let's get to the radar. Some storms out there. Some could be strong. You can see this one near Corinth, Mississippi, pretty strong. But one of the things that's happening is this entire area here across far north Alabama is a bit rain cooled. There's still a lot of humidity, but rain cooled from the round of thunderstorms we had earlier this morning and very early afternoon. That most of that shifted to the north, so we don't expect a whole lot of issues out here with this, but there will be some lightning, heavy rain, and gusty winds, and this will all weaken as it runs into the rain cooled air. You can see that taking place between 5 and 7 o'clock this evening, and that's it for the chance of rain. We've got real nice weather coming Tuesday, Wednesday, and most of Thursday. Highs return to the 80s, but the humidity will be much lower the next couple of days.
Well, up next, a major concert announcement for Huntsville and a new resident at Alabama's governor's mansion. We'll have that next for you on the 48 Fastcast. All right, get your money together, get your friends planned out, everything. A country music star just scheduled a concert in Huntsville for Labor Day, or after Labor Day. Luke Bryan will take the stage at the Orion Amphitheater September 4th, so tickets go on sale this Friday. That's why I said get your money ready. So Alabama has a new first dog. Governor Ivey welcomed a new dog to the governor's mansion. Look at him. Huntley is a 3-year-old female lab. The governor says, or she, it's a she. The governor says Huntley is quickly adjusting to life at the governor's mansion.
Now, your first alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis.
Well, still a very muggy afternoon right now. We're looking at 82 degrees on the Parkway. Muggy because of the showers and storms we had this morning, and then muggy because the storm's coming in for this late afternoon. Should be out of here by 7 o'clock this evening. Right now we're in the 80s. We've recovered, but some thunderstorms out here pretty strong here north of Meridianville. Nothing severe, and we're not anticipating a severe thunderstorm watch the way it looks now too. But a lot of this again will weaken a bit as it runs into the air that was pretty much worked over from the showers and thunderstorms that moved in from the south earlier. Heavy rainfall, the biggest concern up here, and occasional lightning. Wind gusts maybe around 40 miles an hour, especially if you get a storm that looks like the one over Corinth right now. That's tracking to the east, but will likely fall apart some as it works in far north Alabama because of reasons I just mentioned, all that rain, cool air coming in from the south. Farther out to the west, this is the tail end of the frontal boundary. This front moves in and we clear out. So your Tuesday morning looking good. This rain will be gone by about 6 o'clock this evening, if not maybe 7 o'clock. 5:30 tomorrow morning, a few clouds, but noticeably cooler. Some upper 50s showing up in southern middle Tennessee just to start the day. The clouds will get out of here. Pretty much a light wind, if not just calm, throughout the late afternoon, early evening hours. And temperatures, well, they'll stay right back around 85 degrees or so, but less humidity will make it feel a lot more comfortable. How about 80 over in Fort Payne at 1 o'clock tomorrow? We'll likely see patchy fog overnight tomorrow night, and that'll last probably the next few nights just due to the recent amount of heavy rainfall we have seen lately. Rain chances, there they are, dropping 20% now for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and unfortunately Father's Day this weekend looking wet at times. 64 for the overnight low tonight, but some upper 50s in southern middle Tennessee. About 83 on average tomorrow. Sunset around 8 o'clock. And here's a look at your 7-day forecast turning into 10-day forecast. More storms on the way. Another one of those unsettled weekends.
No, we'll prepare. I told you it was fast. That'll do it for your Fastcast. We'll be back here online in just a few minutes with Before the 4 with AJ. And don't forget to join us at 4 o'clock for our newscast on air. And breaking news coming in at 5, 6, and 10. We'll have you covered. Have a good afternoon.